Listen to me carefully. How long are you going to wait? How many more mornings will you wake up, scroll your phone, stare at the ceiling and think, tomorrow will be the day I start? Tomorrow is a lie. Tomorrow is the excuse you've been feeding yourself so you can feel good about staying exactly where you are. You have been given one life, one shot, and most of you are wasting it like you have a million more coming. You keep thinking, I'll take that chance when I'm ready, when I have more money, when I feel more confident, when the timing is perfect. But let me tell you something, the perfect time will never come. Life doesn't hand you opportunities with a golden ribbon and a polite knock at the door. Life throws them at you when you least expect it, and most people are too afraid to catch them. Do you want to know why your life feels stuck? Because you've been living safe. Safe feels good. Safe feels comfortable. Safe feels familiar. But safe kills dreams. Safe kills potential. Safe kills the very fire inside you that could make you unstoppable. You're not alive when you're safe, you're just surviving. And there is a massive difference between surviving and living. You keep saying you want success. You keep saying you want freedom. You keep saying you want to be happy. But here's the truth. You don't want it bad enough, because if you did, you wouldn't wait. You wouldn't procrastinate. You would rip yourself out of bed and chase it like your life depended on it, because it does. I need you to look at yourself in the mirror and realize something. Everything you want is on the other side of a decision you've been too scared to make. You want a better body. The decision is to get up right now and move. You want more money. The decision is to stop wasting time and start learning a skill, building a business, putting in the hours. You want better relationships. The decision is to start talking to people, networking, reaching out, risking rejection. But no one can make these decisions for you. You are the only one who can take the chance. Stop acting like you're going to live forever. You are running out of time. Every day you hesitate is a day closer to the end. That's not dramatic, that's reality. You're not too young to start. You're not too old to start. The only thing stopping you is fear, and fear is lying to you. Fear whispers, what if you fail? But let me ask you this, what if you succeed? What if you take the leap and it actually works? What if everything you ever wanted is waiting on the other side of that risk you've been too afraid to take? You won't know until you jump. The pain of regret is worse than the pain of failure. Failure at least teaches you something. Failure at least gives you a chance to get better. Regret just eats you alive day after day because you will never know what could have been. You need to understand something. Life doesn't reward the people who wait. It rewards the people who move. The ones who take the leap, who put themselves out there, who are willing to look stupid, to fall, to fail, to get back up and try again. That's how you grow. That's how you become unstoppable. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Nobody is coming. No mentor, no parent, no friend is going to do the work for you. It is you against you. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets. I know some of you are scared. Scared of losing money. Scared of being judged. Scared of getting hurt. But here's the truth. You're already losing. You're losing time. You're losing opportunities. You're losing confidence in yourself every time you choose comfort over growth. You have to force yourself to step into the unknown. The unknown is where your power is. The unknown is where you discover what you're really made of. And once you take that first step, once you face that fear, you will realize it wasn't as big as you thought. Your courage grows every time you act. Your confidence grows every time you take a risk. You become the kind of person who makes things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. This is your wake-up call. This is the moment where you decide you're done playing small, done waiting for a sign, done waiting for motivation, done waiting for luck. You create your own luck by taking action. You create your own future by making bold moves today. Take the chance, start the business, quit the job you hate, move to that city, talk to that person, book that flight. Say yes to the opportunity that scares you because that's the one that will change you. Every winner you admire, every person who inspires you, every legend you look up to, they all had to take a chance. They all had to risk something. They all had to face fear and act anyway. And that's why they're living the life you want, while you're still thinking about it. You are capable of more than you think. But capability without action is wasted potential. You need to stop doubting yourself. You need to stop overthinking every little thing. You need to take one bold step today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because your dream is not going to wait forever, your opportunity is not going to wait forever, and one day, if you keep waiting, you will wake up and realize it's too late. So I'm asking you right now, will you keep waiting, or will you start living? Will you keep playing it safe, or will you finally take the chance that could rewrite your entire life story? Your future is watching you. Your future self is begging you to move, to take the leap, to do the scary thing. Don't let them down. Stop waiting, start living, take the chance now and never look back. You keep telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow, but let me tell you the truth, tomorrow is the biggest lie you've ever believed. Tomorrow is the excuse you've been using to stay exactly where you are. Tomorrow is comfort disguised as hope. You say you'll work on your dreams tomorrow, you'll start the business tomorrow, you'll get in shape tomorrow, you'll fix your life tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. Every time you say tomorrow, you wake up and repeat the same habits, the same excuses, the same cycle that's keeping you trapped. Tomorrow is just a delay tactic your brain uses to protect you from doing something hard today. Do you know what tomorrow really is? It's fear in disguise. Fear tells you, wait, you're not ready, play it safe, think about it some more. And you listen because waiting feels comfortable. Waiting doesn't require risk. Waiting doesn't require courage. But while you wait, time is passing. Days are turning into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. One day you'll look back and realize that all your tomorrows have turned into never. The only day you have is today. The only moment you have is right now. This is the truth that most people can't handle. They live like they've got forever, but they don't. Time is the one thing you never get back. Every second you waste is gone forever. You can always make more money, build more opportunities, meet more people, but you can never get back the time you lose. You need to act now, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. Start messy. Start scared. Start unprepared. Action is what creates clarity. Action is what builds confidence. Action is what opens doors that you didn't even know were there. Every legend you admire had a moment when they could have said, I'll do it tomorrow. They could have waited until they were more experienced, richer, smarter, or more comfortable. But they didn't wait, they acted. That's why their life looks different from yours. It wasn't luck, it wasn't destiny, it was simply action. If you want a different life, you need to stop trusting tomorrow and start trusting today. You need to force yourself to take one step forward right now, no matter how small. Because if you don't, you will wake up one day with nothing but regret, wondering why you didn't move when you had the chance. Stop lying to yourself. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Your time is running out. Take the chance today because today is all you have. Fear is the invisible cage that keeps most people trapped in a life they hate. Fear is not your friend, no matter how convincing it sounds. It pretends to protect you, but all it really does is chain you to mediocrity. Fear whispers in your ear every day, don't try that, you might fail. Don't take that chance, people will laugh at you. Don't step forward, it's too risky. And because fear feels so real, most people obey it like a master. They play it safe. They avoid discomfort. They stay in jobs they hate, relationships that drain them, and habits that destroy them, all because fear tells them it's safer that way. But here's the truth. Fear is lying to you. Fear exaggerates the danger and hides the reward. Fear convinces you that staying where you are is better than growing into who you could be. And the more you listen to fear, the stronger it gets. Every time you back down from a challenge, fear wins. Every time you choose comfort over courage, fear grows louder. You are literally feeding the thing that is holding you back. The only way to beat fear is to face it head on. You cannot think fear away. You cannot wait for fear to disappear before you act. You have to act while you're scared. You have to step into the very thing that makes you nervous and do it anyway. The moment you do, you take away fear's power. You prove to yourself that you are stronger than the thing you were afraid of. And something magical happens. You start to grow. Every time you face fear, you level up. You build self-respect. You build confidence, and you build momentum. Fear will never completely go away, and that's good, because fear is a sign that you're doing something meaningful. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. The fear you feel is the price of entry to the life you want. You either pay that price, or you stay stuck where you are. You have to understand that courage is not the absence of fear, it is acting despite it. Courage is walking into the unknown, shaking, sweating, and doing it anyway. Courage is what separates the people who live fully from the people who just exist. The life you want is on the other side of the thing you fear most. If you run from fear, you run from your destiny. If you face it, you unlock a version of yourself you didn't even know existed. Fear is the enemy, but it can also be your greatest teacher if you are brave enough to confront it. Stop feeding your fear with hesitation. Stop letting it dictate your choices. Look it in the face, do the thing that scares you, and take back control of your life. Comfort is the silent killer of dreams. It feels warm, it feels safe, it feels like a soft pillow that hugs you, and that's exactly why it's so dangerous. Comfort convinces you that you're okay where you are, that you don't need to change, that you can always do it later. Comfort keeps you stuck in a life you secretly hate because it doesn't feel urgent to change it. You think you're avoiding pain by staying comfortable, but what you're really doing is slowly suffocating your potential. The truth is that nothing great has ever come from staying comfortable. Comfort zones are prisons with invisible bars. They keep you locked in routine, doing the same things, thinking the same thoughts, living the same results, and then wondering why nothing ever changes. People say they want success, but they also want to keep their comfort. They want freedom, but don't want to give up Netflix, late night scrolling, junk food, mindless distractions. You cannot have both. You cannot build a new life while clinging to the habits of the old one. Growth requires pain. Growth requires sacrifice. Growth requires doing what most people refuse to do, getting uncomfortable on purpose. It means waking up earlier than you want, working harder than you feel like, putting yourself out there even when you risk rejection, learning skills that make your brain hurt, failing and trying again until you get it right. Every step toward a better life will feel uncomfortable at first, and that's how you know you're on the right track. The people you admire, the ones who seem unstoppable, are not more talented than you. They just learned to love discomfort. They trained themselves to embrace the grind, to seek challenges, to push their limits every single day. They understood that comfort is not a reward, it's a trap. They chose struggle over safety because they knew struggle turns you into someone worth respecting. You need to break your addiction to comfort before it destroys you. You need to stop doing what feels easy and start doing what feels necessary. The gym is uncomfortable, but so is being weak. Hard conversations are uncomfortable, but so is staying silent and unhappy. Taking risks is uncomfortable, but so is living with regret. You get to choose your pain, the pain of growth or the pain of staying the same. The world does not reward the comfortable. The world rewards the bold, the brave, the ones who step outside their comfort zones and make things happen. If you want to change your life, you need to get used to being uncomfortable. Lean into it, chase it. Break the cycle of comfort before it breaks you. Comfort is killing your dreams, and if you want to live really live, you must walk away from it and never look back. Most people wait for confidence before they act. They sit around saying, when I feel ready, I'll start. When I feel confident, I'll take the risk. When I feel brave, I'll chase the dream. And that is why most people never get anywhere. Confidence doesn't show up first. Action does. Confidence is not something you magically wake up with one morning, it is something you build through doing. Every time you take action, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Every time you move forward despite fear, your confidence grows. Action is the cause, confidence is the effect. You think too much. You analyze every move, every possibility, every outcome, until you paralyze yourself into doing nothing. That overthinking is what's killing your progress. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need all the answers. You just need to move. Movement creates momentum, and momentum creates clarity. The more you do, the more you learn, and the more you learn, the better you get. People who win in life are not the ones who had it all figured out from day one. They are the ones who started before they were ready and figured it out along the way. You're scared to look stupid, scared to fail, scared to make a mistake, but that's exactly why you need to take action. The first attempt is always messy, the first step is always shaky, but that's how you grow. You cannot think your way into becoming strong. You cannot think your way into becoming successful. You must act your way into it. Confidence comes from repetition. Confidence comes from proving to yourself again and again that you can handle whatever comes next. The longer you wait to act, the weaker you feel. Every time you hesitate, every time you hold back, you reinforce the belief that you can't do it. You train your brain to doubt you, but when you act even in small steps, you start rewriting that belief. You start training yourself to trust you. Suddenly you go from "I can't" to "maybe I can" to "I did it." And once you realize you can do it, you become unstoppable. If you want confidence, you need to stop waiting and start doing. You need to stop planning for the perfect moment and start creating it. You need to force yourself to take action before you feel ready, because you will never feel fully ready. That first move you make today might be uncomfortable, but it will be the spark that lights a fire inside you. And once you feel that fire, you will never want to stop. Action builds confidence. Confidence builds courage. Courage builds the life you want. But it all starts with you moving, not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Your time is running out whether you want to admit it or not. You act like you have forever, like you can waste days, weeks, years, and somehow life will wait for you to finally get serious. But life does not wait. Time is the most ruthless thing you will ever face. It never stops, never slows down, never gives you a second back. Every minute you waste scrolling, every hour you waste overthinking, every day you waste procrastinating is gone forever. You are not guaranteed tomorrow. You are not guaranteed next week. You are not guaranteed another chance. One day, sooner than you think, you will wake up and realize you don't have the time you once had. Your body will not have the same energy. Your mind will not have the same sharpness. Opportunities that were once open will be gone. People you thought would always be around won't be there anymore. And in that moment, regret will hit you harder than any failure ever could. Regret is heavy. Regret crushes you because you cannot go back and fix it. You cannot redo the chances you didn't take. Stop living like you have a second life waiting for you after this one. You don't. This is it. This is your shot to do something meaningful, to build something powerful, to become the person you always wanted to be. But it only happens if you act now, not when it's convenient, not when it's safe, not when it's easy now. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. You start believing your own excuses. You start convincing yourself that it's too late, that you missed your chance, that maybe it just wasn't meant for you. That is the biggest lie you will ever believe. You have a chance today to change everything, to walk away from the life that makes you miserable and build one that excites you, to stop being a spectator and start being a player, to stop being a prisoner of fear and start being the architect of your future. But you have to move, you have to take the chance, you have to do the thing you've been avoiding because deep down you know it's the thing that will transform you. There is nothing worse than dying with your potential still inside you. Don't let that be your story. Don't be the person who played it safe and never really lived. Be the one who took the chance, who risked it all, who fought for a life worth remembering. Your time is running out. Stop wasting it. Stop waiting. Take the chance now and make sure that when your last day comes, you can smile knowing you gave everything you had. This is it. This is the moment where everything changes if you decide to make it change. You've heard the truth. Tomorrow is a lie. Fear is your enemy. Comfort is slowly killing you. Confidence is something you create, not something you wait for. And time is slipping through your fingers whether you act or not. So what are you going to do? Keep living on autopilot, convincing yourself that one day it will all magically work out? Or will you stand up right now and take the chance that could rewrite your entire future? You don't need permission. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to decide that today is the day you stop being the victim and start being the driver. Stop waiting for the right moment, create it. Stop waiting for fear to disappear, walk through it. Stop waiting to feel confident, build it through action. This is your wake-up call. This is the sign you've been asking for. Life is not going to wait. Your dreams are not going to wait. The version of you that you've always wanted to be is still out there, but only if you're willing to take the risk to meet them. Don't let fear win. Don't let comfort win. Don't let time steal your potential. Stand up, take a deep breath, and take the chance now. If you do, one day you'll look back on this moment and say, that was the day everything changed. And you'll thank yourself for being brave enough to start living.